order something. Oh, okay, Sumi-san. And you're like, oh, and you just want to protect them. Just naturally, you feel more like a man because you want to protect and you want to provide for her. You just want to create that nice environment for this beautiful feminine woman. And then you realize there, like, the amount of bullshit that you need to put up with these women in America, how combative they are, and everything in the culture is steering them away from being feminine. It's like no, it's just the Cardi B thing. You need to be the tip-top guy in order to make a woman submit. But women are happy to just do that in Japan. None of them have their cleavage out. They're not showing too much like skin. They're dressed extremely girly with their dresses and their fingernails, and like someone was walking around with cat ears because it's goofy. Why am I putting up with women who want to be men at the same time when you could just go to a different place and find an actually feminine woman?
Japanese women are very feminine. They're very demure. They're very modest. They're not combative. They're not trashy. They're not outspoken and loud and obnoxious. They are very honorable women in the sense that they don't just do something and think like, oh, what is this effect going to have on me? They think, oh, what is this going to make my dad look like? What is this going to make my mom look like? What is this going to make my grandma look like? So that's a really good girl to have around, a woman that considers what her actions are going to affect not only her, but everybody around her.
Hi, and welcome back to an episode of
Not Life as We Know It.
I'm your host, William Chow, and in today's episode, I'm going to cover some topics about the passport bros. We'll tackle these two topics in this particular episode, and don't forget to subscribe so that we will get more of them as we continue on with this topic.
What are you into? Transformers? Pokemon, you fucking child?
As a happily single man in his late 20s, allow me to explain this phenomenon you ladies are turning into a trending sound. Ladies, you're talking to this guy in his late 20s, early 30s. He's got his shit together. He's a cool dude. You really, really like him, but he's really cautious to get into a relationship. You're gorgeous. You're beautiful. You're really into him, but he's too preoccupied building Legos and dressing up like Star Wars characters. There's a 90% chance he spent his entire adolescence, his teenage years, his early 20s in relationships, giving everything that he possibly could to these women that inevitably abandoned him, used him, or abused him. And look at him now. There he is, reading comic books, watching Lord of the Rings. You should be lucky if he asks you to a Nerf gun battle. For probably the first time in his life, he's putting what he loves in himself first. You might think it's nerdy, childish, immature. You might get mad at him for it, but trust me, it's nothing that he hasn't heard before from a woman.
So I made a video about this particular exact topic, about how anime fans get so much hate, and especially so much distaste from women because they think that it's very nerdy, very dorky, and it's probably one of the of the many hobbies that men can have that they really dislike. Amongst things like playing golf, going fishing, and things like that. But again, because my claim to fame is in anime, I'll stick on this particular topic. And the way it simply is that if you can't find people that are interested in your particular hobby or particular interest, say for example like anime, then there is lots of other places that anime is way more prevalent. Obviously in Japan, and and things like Malaysia and the Philippines, they even have a special anime TV station called AXN, and that was one of the very first places that played things like the English dub for Red Riding Hood Cha-Cha and Rurouni Kenshin X. Those were one of the very first places that had the English dub for those animes. So obviously there's going to be way more influence and that kind of stuff amongst the people over there. So again, if you can't find people that are interested in it here, well, get that passport and go over there and find someone who will. This just becomes another reason why passport bros leave to go over to other countries, because when you go to some place like for example Japan, and you have such a interest in something like, for example, anime, it shows that you have some appreciation for something that's in their culture. They're like, of course, you probably learned a little bit of Japanese and that kind of stuff. You obviously picked up a big interest in Japanese music, from the opening and ending theme songs, listening to popular artists from Japan. And you probably also, start adapting and knowing about some of their cultures. This is one of the things that helps soothe out that, transition from the East and the West together when you find things that are in common with each other, okay? Now, when I met my wife, she isn't interested in anime at all. She has no, again, part of that reason is because in China, there's a big sort of anti-Japanese sentiment. For example, they have girls, trying to cosplay in kimonos and that kind of stuff, and they're, literally, hauled away by the police. These type of things are not as prevalent in the Chinese society, but it does exist, and it is enjoyed in a quiet manner. But for me, that wasn't one of the important points that I needed to have when I was looking. Again, I've made a series of episodes about how I met my wife, and the whole entire process of messaging her and that kind of stuff, and then finally going over to meet her in China and whatnot, and getting down to all the various different things that we had to do in order to get the immigration and that kind of stuff cleared and whatnot. I've done a series of those type of videos. Again, the links for them are directly below. Please do feel free to look at those and then get the full story.
I see nothing wrong with a guy dating a girl who's younger. There's no problem with it. And guys like anime, a lot of younger girls like anime, video games. No, I'm being serious. Older women, I'm 28 and I've met women my age who don't like anime. They don't like video games. Like anime. It's boring to them. So of course a guy's gonna talk to a 22-year-old who's into that because she's into that. Why would he talk to a 30-year-old or somebody older who's literally bagging on everything that he does? Older women, not to be rude, but a lot of them bag on men and bag on their preferences. And that's why they're intolerable. They're like so hard to be around. They have so much trauma. They don't heal from their stuff. And trust me, guys, I'm studying to be a therapist, so I talk to a lot of people. So this is not just me talking out of my mouth. I actually know this.
Nerdy dudes are the most underrated guy to date.
I don't think people understand. When women say they want to date a nerdy guy, come here, they're not talking about the real nerdy guys. Okay, when women say they want to date a nerdy guy, they're talking about like the attractive guy, right, that watches like one anime and he's like, oh, I'm so nerdy. Okay, if they really want to date a nerdy guy, really date a nerdy guy. Man, I'm talking about the guys that aren't afraid to still go to conventions. You ever been to a convention? Go to one and you'll understand how fun they are. I'm talking about the guy that is antisocial, short, right, a really short social battery. So if you go out with them, you will be back home at a reasonable hour. I promise you that. Okay, if you ever want to do a movie marathon, a real nerdy guy will be excited to watch every single movie in chronological order. Marvel, Star Trek, Star Wars, it doesn't even matter. I'm talking about guys that still have Yu-Gi-Oh cards, right? I mean, really get there. Try it out first.
Hi, so I've never met a guy who has like dark hair and like nice eyes and a nice smile and likes anime and will watch anime with me and like maybe even cosplay with me and like will teach me how to play video games. Like I can play some games, like casual games, but like they won't call me a casual gamer, but they'll teach me how to play other games and not like in a judgmental way. Yeah, I've never met a guy like this, and like I'm tired of dating apps, and I would like I'm gonna use TikTok. So if they're over there, please tag me. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Guys, don't fall for this stuff. Okay, we got all these girls making videos, right? And a lot of it is just straight up manipulation. I'm going to call it for what it is. It's manipulation. What she's doing is she's trying to bring in dudes, is what she's doing. More viewers, more attention. These girls who say, oh, I can't find a boyfriend, just tag one for me. They can find a guy. This girl right now is probably seeing a dude who isn't interested in her, just like in the first clip. All right, man, don't be believing this stuff. They're trying to rope in guys who will take care of them, who will spend money on them, and these girls are not interested in having a relationship with those men at all. What a lot of them will do is kind of use your hobbies and your interest in helping against you. What she's doing is saying, oh, I need a guy to teach me some video games. So all the guys look at that and go, oh, wow, look, I'm needed. Finally, my time to shine.
Sleep with who you want to sleep with. Do it however much you want to.
I f***ed 3 dudes in one night.
I went to a party. I had sex with 3 different guys in one night.
Why can't everyone feel like a 10?
Everyone has flaws, though, so nobody's perfect.
We're looking at a number scale now.
It's based on results.
Your
results.
outcomes.
Well, what sort of results? Like, how many people am I fucking?
Even ugly girls can get laid. The real question for women is, how many guys want to marry you?
These Japanese dudes exactly know female nature. And that's why when you come out here, this is a nation of beautiful women. Everywhere you go, every corner, every city. Same thing in Korea, same thing in Vietnam, same thing in Thailand, Same thing in the Philippines, because they get it. That's why Asia is on the up and up. Look how Japanese anime and manga is dominating. You know why? They understand reality. They understand male and female.
Thank you for making it this far in the video, and I'd like to remind people to go down below, click like, and click subscribe. I'll have more videos on this particular topic as we continue, okay? And if you want to check out my other videos, I also do the history of fan anime, which I talk about the history of how anime grew up in our popular culture in North America. So, until next time, I will see you again.